Welcome everyone. You are welcome to our channel once again. Today we'll be looking at algebraic processes. Specifically, we'll be looking at factorization by common factor. So how do we factorize algebraic expression? By observing the common factors. So this is exactly what we are going to be checking and putting us through so that we can know whenever we are confronted with questions regarding factorization, you should be able to know the exact thing to do and how to simplify as much as possible. Okay, so we'll be looking at that factorization by common factor, and I'll be using examples to educate us on how to go about it. We'll be looking at some typical questions as regards this, and I believe as you follow, please stay tuned, keep watching. At the end of this video, I believe you are going to have reason to say thank you, and also to must have learned one or two things, because some of the perspective you have concerning this will also change even as we expose you to other dimensions. Without wasting much of our time, let's look at a question. Question 1 is this particular question that is before us, and we are asked to factorize 24a squared b c squared plus 30a squared c squared x minus 18 a cubed c x squared. All right, so how do we factorize this? We simply factorize this by common factor. We look for the common factors. When we successfully get the common factors, then off we go. Then we are good to go. All right, so and this is the idea I want to bring. I want us to look at them as single entities. We look at them, we deal with them separately, then we now bring them together. So the first one is 24. 24a squared b c squared. Okay, so now factors of 24 that you know, numbers that can divide 24 without a remainder. I know 2, so you have to express it as the product of its factor. So if I know 6 times 4 is going to give me 24. Okay, I know in 6 I can also have 3 times 2, and in 4 I can also have 2 times 2. So you try as much as possible to express it such that you won't be able to get any factor in either of any of these factors that you have listed again. Just like, you know, initially when we had 6, I can see 3 and 2, so it was broken down. I can see 4, I know that 4 can also be broken down to 2 times 2. So that's exactly what we'll be doing. So here you are going to have 3 times 2 from what we have seen, then times 4, then times 4. The factors you are going to, the factors you are going to, this is wrong, we are talking about 2 times 2. The factors you are going to use must be, by the time you multiply everything together, that's what I'm trying to point out to us. It must give you back what you started with. This one, you must have it back. Very important. You must, by the time you multiply all this together, you must be able to get 24 back. When you don't get 24, then that means you have made a mistake here. All right, so then we have a squared. A squared is simply a times a. Okay, then we have b, which is times b. Then we have c squared, which is c times c. Okay, then let's take the second one, which is 30. Then I have 30 a squared c squared x. So how do we do this? We simply look at how do we simplify 30. 5 times 6 is 30, right? Or 6 times 5, 30. But this 6, I can still have some factors, which is 3 times 2, then times 5. All right, this we solve. So we have 3 times 2 times 5 times a times another a times c times x. Okay, so that's that. Then again, we look at 18 a cube c x squared. Okay, so 18 is actually 9 times 2, so you have to know that 9 times 2. But now I can see other factors there, 3 times 3, then times 2. All right, this we solve again. We have 3 times 3 times 2 times a times another a because it's a cube, then times c, then times x times x. All right, so this is what we have. We've been able to list out all the factors that are here. All right, so the next thing we'll be checking, we'll be looking at the one that is common to the 3 of them. All right, so the first one I can see 3. This 3 is very common to the 3 of them. You see, 3 is common. I can see 2, I can see 2, I can see 2. So 2 is also common. All right, what other thing can you see that is common? The 3 of them must have it. I can see A, I can see A, I can see A. All right, so A is also common. Is there another A that is common? Yes, I can see another A that is common. So you keep on checking. Okay, what other thing can you see that is common? Is C common? Yes, I can see C, I can see C, I can see C here also. So we have a C to be common. Okay, what other thing can we see? This is C, C not common, X, X not common. Okay, is 5 common? No, 5 is not common. All right, so all what we can see 3 multiplied by 2, then you multiply them, there is 2, then we have A, we have another A, then we have C. Okay, these are all the common factors that we can see. So 3 times 2 is going to give you 6, then A squared, then C. So this is what we have as the common factor. All right, so that's what we are going to bring out. We are going to bring it out. We are going to have 6 a squared c, then you open a bracket. Now when you brought out 6a squared, what is remaining here? You will now write it. You see that here we have 2 times 2, which is 4, then we have b, then we have c, so we have 4 bc is what is left here. Is what, so when you use this 6a squared c to multiply this 4bc, you must get back 24a squared bc squared. You must get it back. All right, so plus, in this case we have 5, we have c and x, so I'm going to have 5 cx. That's what is remaining here. I can see 5 remaining, I can see c, I can see x. All right, then the last one that we have is negative, the sign, because this sign is negative. Okay, then in 18, after showing all the factor, what is left? 3, I can see 3, I can see c left, then xx left. So that's going to give us 3. All right, there is one a that is left, a, then we have x squared that is left. All right, so this is going to be the final answer. This is how you do factorization by common factor. You look at factors that are common to all the expressions given, all the terms given. Then when you are able to get them, you bring it out from the bracket, then you just repeat or simply write all other things. That this just very elementary. Some persons, we don't need to show some of these things. They know how to use their eye to just pick it straight. But for the people that are just, if you like us, permit me to use the word starters, you see that there is a need for them to be able to look at it critically, then bring out what matters. We are going to take two or three more questions so that we can see how to actually factorize by common factor. All right, so let's look at another question as we proceed further. All right, this is another question. So let's just apply the same principle. So what do? We look at this 4. This very 4, we look at it. When we take the 4, okay. So this is 4a. All right, so how do you show the factors? The factors is going to be the lowest one, such that you won't be able to get other factor from it. So that's why I express this is quite easy. Then we have 2a cubed b. All right, this is 2. Then times a times a times a. All right, times b. Okay, then for the other one we have 10. You see, I'm not considering the sign yet. I'm interested in getting the common factor first. So this is 5 times 2. And it's okay because I can't get other smaller factors from 5. So that's just all. So that's how you must keep expressing it, such that the factors will be expressed in such a way that you are not going to see other smaller factors in things. So now what we need to do now is to check what can we see that is common. I can see 2. I can see 2. 2 is common to the 3 of them. Okay. So 2 is taken care of. What other thing? A is also common. I can see A. I believe we can see this A. A is common. Is there another A? Yeah, I can see another A. This A is also common. What other thing is common? B. This one does not have B, so it's not common. This one is having B, but this third one is not having. Okay. Yeah, that's all we can see. So what we can see, the common factor we can see now is now 2a squared. That's what we can see. That is 2 times a times a. A times a is a squared, so 2a squared. So what do? We now bring that out. So 2a squared into what was left here. I can see 2 and a squared. I can see 2 and a squared. So I have 2a squared, okay, plus in this other second expression, what is left? A and B, okay. A and B after bringing out the one that is common, minus in the 10, I have 5, I have B and B, so I have 5b squared. All right, and this is going to be the answer. You see, when you do it properly, you will see that you will not be able to see any other factor here that is common. That means you have done it properly. Let's look at another question. This is another one. We are also to factorize this. Let's just take this one as the last question. We have 2m squared, right? So it's going to give us 2 times m times m. Then we have 8mn. 8mn, 8 is 4 times 2, okay? And 4 is also having smaller factors, 2. So I can say 2 times 2 times 2. Make sure you are able to express them to factors that to their lowest, such that you among the factors you are going to get, you should not be able to see any other tiny or let's say smaller factors inside. Just give it to the lowest term factors. So now this is going to be multiplied by m multiplied by n. Then we also have 3. We also have 3mn. Okay, 3mn is simply 3 times m times n. Then we have 12. We have 12n squared. 12 is 4 times 3. So that's 2 times 2, which is 4, times 3, that's 12. Then times n times n. All right, so let's just inspect. Is there anything that is common to the four of them in this case? There is 2, 2, no 2 here, okay? There is M, there is M, there is M, no M. Can we see this? Look at it. There is M, there is M, there is M, no M. Then you look at it again. There is no N, there is N. So you see that in this case, we are able to see the four of them not having something that is common. The four of them is not having something that is common to, at least that is peculiar to the two of them. All right. So whenever you see a case like this, then you have to do what we call grouping. You have to do what we call grouping. So how do we do that? You are going to have 2m squared minus 8mn. Okay. You can group this. Just group this. Then I also have in another one I have minus 3mn plus 12n squared. Okay, so you now check, you look at the bracket now, you can see that what is common to 2, and in fact it's just this one, this first 2 is common to them, m is also common to them. Okay, so that's what, those are the 2 we can see that is common. So if we bring out 2m that is common, here what will be left will be m minus what will be left here, this is going to be 4n. We are going to have 4n here. Okay. Then now, this one also, you are going to bring out what is common. I can see, look at these 2, the last 2. 3 is also common to it. Okay. Then we can see that n is also common. All right. Which other thing can you see that is common? All right. I think that's all. 3n is what we have. Okay. 3n. So you bring out 3n. Open a bracket. What is left after you brought out 3n is only m. Okay. Then what do we have? In this other one, we have 4n. So you see, they are similar. So you just make sure what you have here and here is the same. That's what you can see. It's going to be negative here. Why? Because by the time this negative multiply it back, it will turn into the positive you are seeing here. So if you put it positive, you will be wrong, because by the time this negative multiply it back, it's going to change the sign. So that's why this one have to be negative. So what do we now do? We can see 2 brackets the same. So what the coefficient of each of the brackets, combine them together. We are going to have 2m minus 3n. Put them in the brackets. Then repeat one of the similar brackets for n. All right, and this is going to be the answer to this. Do you see? This is a little bit different from what we have been doing. So what made us to decide this way is because when we try to combine the 4 to look for common factors among these 4, we discovered that it was proving very difficult. We could not even get any that is actually that is common to this one, this. Whenever you see a scenario like that and you have to factorize, so that should now take you to grouping. That means that one we cannot be done the way we have been doing it. You have to first of all group, then after grouping, before you now factorize by the common factors. I believe we are understanding this and there is no problem at all. This is how this is being solved. Thanks for your patience and thanks for how you have been following our channel. God bless you. Please, in case you have any question, please kindly drop in the comment section and we will look at it. Please, thank you for your patience once again. We'll also see you in the next video as we round up this particular topic on algebraic expressions or algebraic processes. So thanks for your patience once again, and we look at how do we factorize by completing the square method. There's another way we need to know how to do that, very important. So thanks for watching. I will see you in our next video.